Dear citizens, we've heard you. We know driller production has come to a standstill for a full day now, but we just don't have the power to sustain any more drillers. The problem is that we have nowhere to expand to. Blue Coop has a ton of drillers because of his Minister of Energy, bought Pappage huge after taking over Late to the Table's kingdom completely. Peace, Love and Games is better armed, and Mr. Steele and JT are too tied to make an easy target. So we're stuck, while our neighbors are stockpiling weapons. But maybe that is just the paranoia speaking.
It's quiet. This weekend there's not a lot of activity, there's not a lot of movement. It's too quiet. That means somebody's talking behind my back. That means people are making alliances and deals against me. That means the subterfuge paranoia is creeping in, and it's it's never good. It's never fun. It's part of this game. It makes you wonder what is going on behind my back. It's too quiet.
Well, I am starting to feel very paranoid now. It's starting to feel like everybody is out to get me. Like, on the borders, there's things going on, and I can't fully explain them. Like, Pikmin has a smuggler and a general and, 50 people on each of his outposts. So I have to constantly be watching, because if I'm not careful, suddenly my mine is going to get attacked by 100 people, and there's nothing I can do about that. And then we have Blue Cube on my east, east. Blue Cube is also just, I think there's 100? Yeah, 100. Let's just go look. Yeah, look at this. End of day 5, look at this. There's going to be 102 with a navigator that can move at double speed, and saboteurs, sure, just to stop me. And then, look at this over here. We got 99 people who can just suddenly launch against my mine, and, I'll be able to stop it, but if they all attack together, if Pikmin and Blue Cube work together, and, Blue Cube even has these 124 over here that, can't get to me instantly, but if they start coming at me, if those two simultaneous attacks happen on my east and west, and then Upton attacks there as well, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
About to be day 6, and things are looking pretty grim for me. I think that I spread myself way too thin here, and I've pretty much got enemies pushing in from all sides. JT coming in from the east here, Steel coming in from the west, and of course Pep. Oh, I love you, Pep, but I don't fault you for taking advantage of the situation here. You've been a friend and a gentleman up until now, you bastard. But anyway, I'm pretty much going to do what I can to pull back into Nija and Garfield. One generator and one factory to see how long I can kind of outlast here. But I really don't think there's much hope for me at this point. So, we'll see what happens.
Now, down here, I have some fun going on. I am launching my Hypnotist, and I'm heading down to the tattered remains of Justin, so that I can use the Hypnotist to take over this giant cluster of specialists. So, I hope that works, but I think the second JT and Steel see that I have these Hypnotists, the Hypnotist, and I'm using the Smuggler to get there faster, I'm pretty sure they're going to panic and do everything in their power to stop me. Because obviously, they would not want me to have that many specialists. But maybe everything will be fine. Maybe it's all okay.
Soon going to take Feld from Late to the Table, who is out of the game. That's gonna cost a bit of ships, or a bit of drillers rather. And then I'm going to go back, pick up some more drillers at Gabler, and I'm going to consolidate my forces at Sukyu.
Board Pep here, it is day 5, and I just got out of the shower, which feels a little fitting. I had to wash the shame off after taking Late to the Table out of the game completely. And I feel a little bad about this. I mean, I'm generally a very peaceful player. I usually make alliances and I keep to them, and he didn't really want to work together, and I felt I had to stomp the aggression early. And so 5 days in, and he's out of the game, and spent most of his game just fighting on the border with me. And then I convinced 2 other players to come in and take him out, and then I was responsible for taking him out myself. And yeah, I feel a little bad about it.
While they're moving back, I'm going to hire a lieutenant, then upgrade them or promote them to a general. So I have 431 drillers, a general and a helmsman at Suki. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. It'll really depend on what the game state is at that time, if all this goes according to plan. JT is looking rather weak and would give me access to Justin, who is even weaker. Or I could go the other way and get rid of Mr. Steele. Either way, I think having this army all together at that speed is a very powerful deterrent.
Justin is in a similar situation and looks like he's going to be wiped out pretty soon. Now, I can't really get anything down there to help him anyway, but I do have enough down here and over here with Steele to take over their outposts after they've been wiped out. Yeah, speaking of taking over outposts, Plumpy Thimble and Blue Cube have taken quite a bit from Late to the Table. And Blue Cube especially is probably going to be a problem later in the game. We've agreed upon an alliance till the end, but Blue Cube has a significantly large number of factories and can hold 700 or 800 troops thanks to some buffs from both being funded and from some specialists. So that's going to get scary. Speaking of scary though, I wanted to show you a fun little thing I got, and that is the Hypnotist that let me take control of the captured specialist that I had. Now while that Saboteur isn't that exciting, having 2 generals is going to be massively helpful, because every time someone attacks one of my locations with a specialist, they'll lose 20 drillers. Or if I attack, or just if they're involved in combat whatsoever. So now I'm just spreading them across the map as best I can, and hopefully that'll keep me not a very appetizing target.
We are still in the lead and have been since day one. Maybe we should relax and celebrate our victories. Another reason for celebration is our alliance with Meeple's Academy, which is growing great. We have enough Neptunian to fund others, so hopefully we can leverage that power a bit. We might also try to convince Blue Cube to grab some of JT's and Mr. Steele's generators together to keep Blue Cube busy. On the other hand, maybe it's better to wait a bit.